It was something to look forward to watch stuff growing and selling it and things like that. It was a pleasure to do it really, to see the crops growing from a little seed. That's a short poem from Ray, a short story from Ray Freeman, a former market gardener from Wallasey.
Well, we all remember the horses down the dock road wherever you went, pulling the trucks along the mountain. I was fortunate to have a friend who lived a couple of doors away from me, and his grandparents actually looked after the stables in Stanhope Street for those who were from Liverpool and those. And Minshill's the name was, but somebody might be related to them. And in the stables they had, if I remember rightly, I think it was either 4 or half a dozen of these absolutely majestic animals. To stand alongside them was, wow, you're in all of them. But anyway, we used to go down quite a lot, especially at weekends when we went to school. And we'd go in there and play various games, and they were always stroking the horses, helping to wash them down, clean them, one thing and another, and mucking out, all the manure and one thing and another. And we latched onto a little thing by going down there, because the manure, that we know, is good for your rose gardens. And we spoke to his uncle, he had an uncle called Jimmy, who was one of the people who run the stables. And he advised us, he said, that if we knew of anybody who had any little plot of land, we'd appreciate some horse manure. Because in them days, believe it or not, at the horse poo-poo on the street, people that actually come out, am I right, Lord? Yeah. They come out with a brush and shovel, clean it up, and go and put it on the window or whatever it was. So he advised us if we could get a few clients, if we put it that way, we could make ourselves a copper or two out of the manure. So where I was born, which is up a whole place, the notorious Hope Street, which in Liverpool now is the place to be, kind of thing. Well, I was actually born in up a whole place. The house is just adjacent, which is Blackburn House, Blackburn Terrace. Suddenly went from that side to these mass mansions, and they were owned by wealthy people. The only thing that a lot of us didn't realise, we look at the front of them houses and there was just a big brick thing. But once you went through and into the back of them, there was gardens and all kinds. It was like going from one planet to another. Anyway, we knocked at a few doors, made inquiries, would we be having some horse manure, would it help them and that. And we got people saying, well, if you can get it to us, there's whatever, a shilling, 60 money involved. So that was our way of making pocket money. We used to load this horse manure into sacks, our little, what you call a staring cart, little homemade staring cart on wheels. We'd put these bags on it, and we'd haul it from Stanhope Street up to Hope Street and deliver it. And that was our way of making a few copies.
Yeah, the first 9 years of my life was spent in Chinatown, and in Chinatown there was a dairy called Lanston's. It was in between Prince George's Street and Upper Pitt Street, just behind the railway tunnel vent. And you'd go in there, and it was a quite large cobbled yard, and immediately to your right was a little shop, and you could get fresh baked bread there, what they used to call oven rolls. It sold other stuff as well, including milk. The reason it sold milk was because the cows were in there. There was actually 12 cows living in Chinatown. You went down the yard past the shop, and to the right was where they kept the cows, and the smell of it. We were talking about manure, and there was plenty of manure in there, and it smelled. And on the other side, they had a little shed where they processed the milk. And Mr. Ransom used to have a cart, and I always remember the cart. And I saw a John Ford film once on the same type of cart. It was set in Ireland, and Mr. Ransom had one. It was open back, two-wheeled, and he used to stand up in it with his whip and flick it, and the horse would go trotting around Chinatown, and he'd have his pails of milk, and he would deliver milk to whoever required it, whoever was on his books, or by chance customers. And he had a dog, and I was all scared of the dog. And a woman that's been involved in this programme, which is not here, remembers the goat. Well, I don't remember the goat. Well, I'm somewhat older than her. But apparently when she was there, if the goat come out, the kids playing outside would leg it because they were scared of the goat, because they thought it was going to put the head on them, shall we say. That's not the only dairy in Liverpool that had its own cows, but it's the one that I remember.